Cole Summers again is going to be there.
Oh,
but look at the damage coming out onto Feroz. He just gets one shot. Didn't have his heal available. And it looks like he's going to get cleaved on out here. I don't see any way that the res is going to be able to come through. Viper going to be joining this one as well as Honey. So they're going to at least deny the recap. But the decap has happened already. But there it is. The Tranquility comes out. Cole Summer is able to get that for free. Feroz way too late to contest it.
Sin, who does need to use that Signet to actually get away and actually remove just one of those conditions. He's got his heal up as well. He's going to be able to gain a lot of endurance. You saw the amount of endurance, and Viper just punishes him.
Mankau will be able to heal himself back up once more, but it is now a 2-cap for rank 55, and Sionix just gets burst on down. That will be Mankau winning out that fight in the end with the help of 11, and that's another kill going the way of rank 55. It's another cap going the way of rank 55. Zan might just be about to go down though, but that is going to be a teammate coming in to save him in the end. Taskid predicting his movement though. He's going to be able to find him down bottom, but the beautiful stealth comes out and will be able to save himself once more. He can't really heal himself up that much, but Cranox isn't going to be able to find him while he's still just sneaking around everywhere. Zando so close to going down. He's on about 2 HP, 46. Will survive in the end. Look at this. We're starting to see a wipe come out here for TCG. They've managed to take down 3 members. They're going to look towards Sling as well, as Amstar is going to be finished off by Helseth there. Sling has only got so much HP to work with, and he's just about out of cooldowns as well. He'll be dropped into that downstate. 4-man wipe comes out from TCG.
It's been too hard for them to actually get these guys down, but in the meantime, Java getting incredibly low. They actually get him down this time. Paul's going in for the res, and I think they're going to be able to get him. Oh, the stop comes out.
Oh my goodness, that was just a little too early of a stealth from Paul, as gets revealed just at the last second when Stalactite comes through with the stomp. Apod able to put out a lot of pressure himself, trying to take down Zoel. Zoel going to be taken into the downstate. Fav looking for the res. Is it going to happen? It looks like the Surgeon Mist going to come through. I don't think that res is going to be happening here for Fav, who needs to be careful himself as his teammate is down in the road. Toker will be the first to start to move towards that Tranquility buff. Zuko is on his way as well. Already used Lightning Flash. Can he get there in time? He doesn't have Earth to try to, immob him and port to him. Is it enough? Does Toker get it? Toker gets the Tranquility buff there just before Zuko is able to get into the range. 1 cap apiece still going on here. About 5 minutes remaining in this game, as it looks like Zeromus is under so much pressure. He might be taken into the downstate. 700 health outside of this shroud. Doesn't look like he's getting taken down just yet. Able to avoid some damage. Oh man, Zeromus now. Zor taken down. It looks like Zeromus is taken down now. Edison going in for the stomp in the stealth. Is he able to come out with it? It looks like Edison picks up the stomp. It is going to rally his teammate, and they should be able to pick off Bob over here at the Temple node.
Edison really stepping up. I mean, slaughtering the competition at the moment. Oh,
that knockback. Oh, and it looks like now Zeromus is off respawn, and he's going to get his teammate back up, as Zor is going to portal back here. Nice fear from Zeromus. Does he get his teammate back up? He's so close. Zor might be taken down himself. Zor goes into the downstate.
Got to be careful there.
And now, oh man, is he going in for the stop? Edison goes in for the stop. He picks it up
once
for himself.
again, saved his teammate.
Oh my goodness, Edison coming out clutch there.
With only 30 seconds left in this game, they still have that 2-cap. It looks like Final Form has made it back into this game.
Chieftain is under attack. 20% HP, 10% HP. Who gets it? Ozzy's here, and it looks like easy peasy.
They take it.
Comes up with the kill onto Chieftain. There, 10 seconds remaining. I don't know. I don't think they're going to be able to take
Edison's
this
going to get the decap.
Edison picks up a decap. Oh my goodness, easy peasy. What a play from Edison there.
Relegated in Season 1, forced into the Challenger Cup, made it back in. Roster changes across the whole season, coming back to make it into being a top 4 team on the season. I mean, who could have seen this coming?
You can't call it just yet. We've got 25 seconds remaining.
There's no way. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Shootout's there as well. I don't think that's not happening.
It doesn't matter. Even if they take the kill, it doesn't matter. They still have the 2-cap, and that's
true.
it. I mean, there's no way. They still have the 2-cap.
That's going to be a game number 3 for Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy coming up big.
Hello everyone, and welcome to On Points, the Guild Wars 2 PvP Pro League show with myself and Heurix, who is here. He's just still on 4G internet. Hello sir, you alright? Sorry.
Why you gotta call me out and make me feel bad, dude?
I didn't mean to rub it in there, man. I'm sorry. Do you forgive me?
Yeah, Verizon still on strike, man. Ruining lives out here, but you know what? We'll get through it. We'll move on and it'll be fine.
Exactly. We also have later in the show, in about 10 minutes or so, we're going to have Rom and Phantaram as well joining us. Rom was able to come back, so I'm very happy about that. We're just going to bash through the results very quickly as well. Now, nipping over to EU first, of course. We are in week 6. There are 7 weeks of Pro League, of course. And EU was very... I'm going to say dry and very, very predictable. Orange, actually, maybe not so for the first series, actually. I'm just going to completely contradict myself. Actually, Orange Logo performing very, very well. Obviously, we were talking to Sin and Levin last week, and we were talking about Thief. And obviously, Sin is obviously very impactful on games, let alone, the Thief being back itself. And Purple Noise kind of fell apart. Orange Logo taking... pretty solid 2-0. There was a lot of contention from Purple Noise at different points of the games, of course, but in the end, a very important result for Orange Logo to potentially even get higher in the league table this season. Rank 55 Dragons really expected to win over More Guns. Less practice themselves. Their scrimming has not been as consistent as it was earlier in the season for More Guns. And you could really see the impact on that as well, as we saw even Cranox jumping onto Dragon Hunter as well, which we don't really see at all in the Pro League, let alone on EU. Super Smash versus TCG. Again, fairly obvious how that was going to go. Strong wins, really. Super Smash, I don't think they actually broke 100 points as far as I remember in either game, which was obviously very difficult for them. But we know the story behind those guys. And Car Crash versus Vermilion. Obviously, Car Crash out of the season, of course, for earlier shenanigans, which we will say. And Vermilion taking that 2-0. So they didn't play last week, but they will play in week 7. NA results, how was it going over there? It's a lot more intense and exciting there, especially in that match 4 between Final Form and Easy Peasy Heurix.
Yeah. So yeah, that was definitely really eye-opening, I would say. So the big match had a huge amount of impact in terms of where teams are going to be, I guess, and going to the finals was going to be that first match, PZ versus Never Lucky. While I did say that PZ was going to win, it was a little bit more
one-sided,
heavy-handed towards PZ's side than I expected, and the reason being is that they used a new roster scheme using Zoel actually as Thief to try a different comp. The comp actually wasn't bad, it's just they hadn't had a lot of practice with Bear, let alone Zoel.
Was it replacing Allrun?
Allrun, yeah. So they instead of running Allrun on Druid or NG or something like that, they wound up using that Thief in the form of Zoel. And of course, last week they picked up Bear, or rather during the offseason they picked up Bear over Steel to try to fill that kind of same role that Steel was having. But they just haven't had a lot of practice with Steel, or I mean not Steel, Bear. And they certainly didn't have any time to practice with Zoel, picking her up at the last second. So that's
really
gutsy, among other things, led to PZ winding up taking that 2-0. I believe both scores were in the realm of 500 to about 300, 400. They wound up putting up big points. It was 300, 350 for both of those. So they put up big points, but for the most part, PZ had a handle on them throughout both matches. Moving on to Astral Authority versus Gyms and Tonic. Astral, of course, pretty much dominating that matchup. And then moving on to Spooky and E-Dream. Actually, the E-Dream wound up forfeiting. There's a thing right now on the ESL site where it says bugged, ESL. Yeah, where it says E-Dream lost, but they got 2 rounds from it. But that's bugged. It's a website issue. And Spooky actually was the one who wound up getting a 2-0 over E-Dream because E-Dream actually had a roster issue going into the match, so they couldn't produce a full roster. But then, the Easy Peasy versus Final Form series. Oh man, I don't know if anyone. I mean, I think a lot of people underestimate Easy Peasy a lot. But to that extent was actually surprising because Final Form has beaten Never Lucky, put up a map win against Astral. We're competitive with PZ. Final Form's a good team this season, a really solid team. And Easy Peasy coming back on Forest, man, that last second, that was actually in the highlights, that last second kill, man, on that Chieftain after just losing out on Svanir on the other side of the map, and then getting that last-second decap. I mean, that's insane. And then coming back and holding out on the Lord push from Final Forum on Legacy to win out Legacy as well, to take that 2-1 easy peasy, potentially setting themselves up if they can hold off in this next week's match versus Never Lucky, again, a team that Final Forum beat already. That they could potentially be setting themselves up to move from 7th place last season up to now potentially 3rd place. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. So hats off to them for sure.
Okay, so the league table I have then, because of that, actually might not actually be entirely correct. So you're gonna have to check that as we go through that. But EU standings, completely fine. Completely fine. Obviously, there's at the moment actually a lot of contention between, 7th and actually even 4th to 5th position as well. It's kind of ridiculous. There's a lot of different things which are going to be settled in the last week. Like Purple Noise have not got any more games. They've got their versus Car Crash in the final week, but they've been banned and thrown out. So they obviously got the points earlier in the season for that. So their season is completed. They're joint 4th at the moment. More Guns have a game in hand, but they're versus TCG, which, obviously winning that is just going to be exponentially difficult. It's the politest way I can say that. And then, Orange Logo versus Super Smash, the first series of the actual night, could really decide a lot for these guys, actually. I mean, it could put if Super Smash win, obviously, we'll go to head-to-head, and it'll be, 6... They'll be able to get 6th spot, and they'll be able to get themselves some extra money. Difference between 7th and 6th is $1,000, as you can see on your screen at the moment.
If I'm not mistaken, though, if Orange Logo wins that matchup, I mean, they're in 5th, though, right? They would push Purple down?
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. It's another thing, but checking on the results, just need to go back, actually. Back in time, almost. Orange Logo, because they won that head-to-head, exactly. They go up even further. But that's where things get interesting, because More Guns also would be on the same point score. And there is a lot of wins and losses between these teams, which really make it a little bit confusing of who is actually going to be positioned at the top of that. And actually, speaking to ESL, it might even go down to score difference, just because there is so much, to and froming, I mean, More Guns beating Orange Logo, for example, in, different things. Like, More Guns beat Orange Logo, but Orange Logo beat Purple Noise, if that makes sense. So how do you position that? Because that's very difficult, because it starts to get a little bit tangled up. Obviously we've got to wait to see what comes out next week, and then all the fun times start to occur. But obviously Car Crash are in 8th, and that's just the thing. They're really, them and rank 55 pretty much solidified. TCG still have to win to get 2nd, to get, to go to the finals. The only way it's not going to happen, and the only way Vermilion is going to be able to go, is if they win. And obviously TCG lose. And Vermilion are against rank 55 this week. So, that's also a thing. So that's going to be very interesting. So last week for both regions is going to be very interesting indeed. Now, NA standings, I realised so Spooky actually will have 2 and 4, I'm assuming. So I've actually put that in incorrectly. So you'll have to forgive me for that.
You're actually correct. It is 1 and 5. Again, the only problem was on the results page, not actually in the standings.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, they dropped the game to Gyms and Tonic, so Gyms and Tonic is 1 and 5, Spooky is 1 and 5 as well. E-Dream is still currently 0 and 6.
Okay, so I just failed earlier. It's fine. It's okay. Yeah, I was going off the score because I didn't have enough time to that was one of the only series I didn't watch this week. It's so typical. Absolutely typical. So, I mean, this is pretty still open. I mean, other than, 1st and 2nd, we know Team PZ are going. We know Astral Authority are going. But rest of the teams,
just for clarity, of what Denshi, it looks like Denshi is saying it. Yeah, so there's still 3 potential teams that could go forward. Obviously, if Vermilion win that matchup and TCG both win their matchup 2-0, all those teams will be tied at 12-2, and then it will I will say that I'm pretty sure that given that before rank 55 had no map wins, I mean no map drops, that means that they have 500 points or time. I mean, certainly timeouts are possible as well, but I have to assume, yeah, 400 combined points. Like that's easy. That's solidified. So I would say that 55 is probably very safe at this stage, even if they get 0-2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. They completely. It should be absolutely fine right now. I mean, they would have.
I mean, unless they get shut out. I mean, it's possible they get shut out, but I mean, I personally don't see it happening.
No, it's not gonna happen. And it's really that TCG Vermilion situation before. And like you're saying in chat as well, you know, if we see, you know, the tie, it'll be set out like head-to-head game difference as well. But there's a general feeling, like 99.9% sure that it's going to be rank 55 in TCG. But there is the chance. There has always been the chance throughout the season, since that whole episode occurred, which I'm not going to bring up again, there has always been the chance that they could have got to the finals still. But I'm not sure with the attitude that's coming out from Vermilion that that's going to be something to really think about. So, you know, that's another thing to really think about in terms of that as well. So NA standings wise, just very quickly, you know, there's a lot still that can be decided because you've actually got, in terms of the preview, which we can talk about later, a lot of those positions can change below, you know, 3rd to 8th. I mean, isn't Easy Peasy versus Never Lucky this week as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 3rd place could very well still be taken by any one of those 3 teams because I can almost guarantee that Final Forum is going to wind up at 10-7. Never Lucky, Easy Peasy will then determine where those guys kind of stand. However, and that will make you know, if Never Lucky winds up winning that, then you have a 3-way tie in terms of match win loss, and then it will come down to the round wins where you know, if Never Lucky winds up winning that out, then they'll sit in 1st place, or not 1st place, but 3rd place there. They'll win out that little race, and Never Lucky will win 3rd, but which of course is money. But
it's so funny, like this.
It's looking like Easy Peasy might actually be able to take that match, though, man. Like it's possible. You never know. But then. And then, of course, if they wind up winning that, then they'll be ahead of Final Form. So, other than that, I mean, Spooky, Gems of Tonic, E-Dream, just kind of an unfortunate ride to the season, given their potential going in from the Challenger Cup. But you know, we saw Easy Peasy struggle just like they did. Maybe Season 3 comes around and they perform a lot better. You never know.
Okay, so we could definitely talk about this for a while, but let's get over to these boys, which is really the reason why everyone is here this evening. We have Rom of TCG. I have to say that very loudly in my head because otherwise I'll say Orange Logo, and then Phantaram from Astral Authority, of course. And I have to remember it's not the Abjured anymore. So if you're wondering what Astral Authority is, that is their new team name. And congratulations on that, by the way. I don't think I've said that publicly. So, nice to see you guys. Thank you again for joining us. And obviously we had, in the past week, even more changes that have come to Guild Wars 2. And we're talking about, you know, a mini patch, which obviously had some implications in terms of mercs, different things for Warrior, different things for Mesmer, different things for a couple of classes, which has even balanced the meta in another direction. And that's kind of what we're going to be talking about for the next 35 to 40 minutes. But you guys are okay? You guys are well? Say hello to the people. Give us a wave. Give us the salute.
What's up?
Oh, Ron goes for the salute. Heurix can't because he's on 4G. Sorry, mate.
What? Like what? Like what?
I do that every time. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, please in chat also, if you have any questions, I believe Fansa and Rom are in the chat as well. If you can either do at Jebro Unity, at CT Heurix, at Phantaram, or at Rom on Coke, then you can ask your questions as well. They'll be able to pick them up as well as us. But we want to get your questions to these boys as well as our own because, you know, they might be more relevant to yourself, of course. So, In terms of Warrior, actually, and you can both answer this accordingly because obviously you're both playing in the Pro League and you're both playing competitively. I'm wondering at the moment, and personally I have my own thoughts on this, but they're not going to compare to you guys, then they pale in comparison. How important is it going to be to have a Warrior in your team comp come Monday and maybe in the finals? Obviously, we're not 100% sure that you're going, Rom, but it's pretty much decided. But how confident are you that Warrior is going to be present, is going to be a thing?
You mean on Monday or in California?
In both. Might be a difficult question.
Maybe on Monday we'll pull out the Warrior, and maybe the opponents do as well. I'm not 100% sure yet. And then we gotta keep crafting for California after Monday. So I'm not 100% sure if Warrior is gonna be in or not, but it's for sure a strong, viable class right now.
How are you feeling about it, Phantaram?
I think you can competitively pick anything but Guardian right now, actually. So
right,
comps are pretty open, pretty cool. This was a really great balance match. I was really happy with it.
I think you're completely right about what you're saying. But in terms of what you were playing Mesmer.
Oh, right. I'm not going to be playing Warrior.
You are not going to play Warrior for sure.
A lot of stuff.
You can play mostly anything, but yeah.
We settled on some stuff.
Okay. I mean, obviously, you don't have to talk about it now, but you can if you want to. But that might be
no reason not to talk about it because we're playing PZ Monday, and that's who we scrim against all the time anyway, so they already know what we're gonna run. So
okay,
we're just all on our mains. I'm on Revenant, Toker's on Thief, Chase on NG, Nos Necro, Wakey Tempest.
Okay, so that's pretty, yeah. That's intimidating right there. You saying mains straight away, Chafer. I mean, I know he was maybe doing some Revenant training, right? Potentially.
Yeah, when I was on Mesmer.
Right, okay. So now that the Mercs changes come in and a few of the nerfs that obviously, and strengths that have come out for other builds, then that you feel legit, like Mesmer is just not going to be a thing now. After being so solid, that it might
it's
not
a thing.
Even be
it's just, you actually have other options now. Mesmer was the best 1v1, and it had Portal, so you had to take it. But now, it can lose 1v1s to certain things, so...
And now Engineer can be a thing again. Even though it wasn't really gone, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, Engineer is one of the good matchups, actually, against Mesmer.
Removing all that condition. But you've still got Warrior, and maybe, a Warrior in a composition versus an NG might actually have a little bit more trouble. But of course, now Ellie is a must.
NG beats Warrior, too.
I mean, really? We're having... Yeah. Is it in terms of the 1v1 on the...
Yeah,
sorry.
I've dueled Chase a lot on Warrior, actually. I can't even bring him below 80%.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think you could get a really skilled Warrior and suddenly bring him... if I can only bring him to 80%, I don't think a really good Warrior could do much more.
That's true. So that's very interesting in itself. I mean, I know when I've come up and just... my play is obviously not really something we should probably talk about. But, not having much trouble versus Warrior, but maybe in a team fight situation where you've got, maybe team support as well. But where are we saying the Warrior is going to be? In the general scale of things, is he going to be that 1v1 fighter? Or is he going to be a team fighter?
NG? It can do both.
Sorry, Warrior.
Oh, Warrior. It can also do both, I guess. Yeah.
I think the interesting thing about Warrior is that versus Condi, they're so strong, though, because of that Scorched Earth bug that you can really kind of take advantage of right now. I mean, it certainly helps them a lot, especially going up against things that are maybe going to be returning, like Necromancer.
Well, obviously, hopefully, things like that would be sorted in the future.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, it definitely helps their ability to take the 1v1s because they can get rid of that kind of stuff while also maintaining a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's good that you remove that bug. Of course.
Whoa, hold on, man. Hold on, no. Let's remove the bug. Hold on. Let's
Yeah, but I mean, there are a lot of bugs in the game, some stuff maybe just makes them viable. I mean, look at the Moa nerf on an Astral form druid, you know, and you go to 0. How is that not fixed for many, many months? It's just that it's not that big a fuss about it, you know, but it's a big deal. It's a big deal losing your entire Astral form. So I'm just saying, you know, pointing it out. But yeah, for sure it should be fixed.
Okay. Some interesting thoughts on bug fixing there. It feels like we need to have another show. We need to get another show going, maybe stick it on my channel and talk about stuff like this as well. Okay, cool. So I'm not sure if you guys had any questions that were directed towards you. I have a lot. I feel bad just spamming my questions at you. So I wonder if Heurix has got anything specific. Otherwise, I can keep rolling with the questions.
I'll just pipe in, dude. I'll just jump in and
okay.
throw my awful opinion just everywhere, just all over the stream, man.
It's all good. I'm going to act as the audience, asking maybe, you know, very, very basic questions that I'll know, but look, quite important for everyone to know. So if we got, and like I said, it might be fairly warrior orientated as well as kind of thief, but also just talking about general team compositions. Are you able to, now we've seen thief coming back into the meta as well, right? And you're saying that, you know, thief is going to be something on your team, Phantaram obviously, and we're seeing other people playing thief as well. There's the diversity and the different classes that you can perhaps have at the moment as well. So is there anything, what is a good combination with thief? What is thief doing? Is thief just solely roaming around the map? Or is he good at combinations with a revenant, as we saw in the mid-season invitational, which was, you know, it was alright, it was more of a fun tournament, but maybe it's something that can come out in competitive play. What are you doing with your thief? Maybe, I know you might not want to talk about it that much, so it's not that useful of a question, but how useful is thief, especially for you guys at the moment? Where do you see it? What do you see it doing in the game? That can be to both of you as well.
Ram?
Well,
I go ahead.
Well, thief is kind of always efficient at its own way, but it's just about, I think there are a lot of things you can do with it right now. Either you could be a mobile solo roamer, or you can spike with the Rev or the Mesmer even. Mm-hmm. And it's just about give and take. If you want more sustain and no thief and have less mobility, or maybe kind of same mobility to an extent, never the same as a thief because you always have to rotate, but is it value enough to have a thief over, let's say, an Ellie, over a druid, over an NG? I assume this is where you,
yes,
what classes you would remove
exactly.
for that role. So, you know, we could talk more deeply about that after tournaments, I guess.
Yeah, exactly, when we see who made the choices and which team composition won and why those reasons were, because it is difficult for you guys to talk about this as well, because you don't want to give too much away, but maybe like Seth was saying before, is that there is just so much, there is a lot of viability for different classes and compositions at the moment. I mean, you know, Helseth mains Mesmer. Mesmer's been severely weakened. What's he going to play? He's gonna have to go Mesmer. So that's the assumption anyway that would come from, you know, general viewer and even myself. So it's like, then what do you use? Do you use a thief? Can you use a thief? Because maybe the Mesmer is a little bit less survivable. So it's those kind of things that you're saying. Do you use an Ellie? Do you use a thief? You know, it's just all going to roll around the team and who is good at what. And the Astral Authority, you know, this meta is actually really good because, like Seth said, they can play their mains. And that's ridiculously strong. This is why the man's smiling right now. And it even goes to a degree for Team PZ, doesn't it? I mean, you know, Zeus is playing Ellie again, right? And various teams, so it's going to be very interesting. I mean, you know, Rom could go back to Warrior, although maybe you would argue that maybe Druid is even his main now as well. I mean, I don't know. Would you want to go back to Warrior, Rom?
I could, of course I could, but
he's not going to let that one slip.
Yeah. But you know, I mean, Druid. If Druid is played, I play it. Kind of like that.
Okay. So for the team, which is
team.
You know, the way which is how everyone's going to be reacting, and probably should be as well. Okay, I'm just going to go through my list. Again, questions welcome from the chat, absolutely fine. And if there's anything you guys feel that is very relevant at the moment, then you can of course bring that up as well and just bring it into the chat and the conversation. Now, this might be a sensitive subject actually, Rom, and I did say I might ask you about it, but I feel like I feel like the viewers, they do want to know, and it's not the fact is that this show not only gets watched on Twitch, but it gets watched on my YouTube channel, and they're actually getting a lot of popularity, and the people have been sending me messages saying, why did Rom leave? We miss him on the logo. We miss Denshi on the logo. Now he's showing the finger, so he's definitely got an answer for me. Go ahead.
No, I mean, it was all about seizing an opportunity. That's about it. Nothing else. I'm still logo, you know, but I'm just not playing for it right now.
Logo in the heart, right?
Logo in the heart, yeah.
Okay, so there's
the answer. He just wanted to hang out with us at a LAN, dude. That's pretty much what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
He felt like, you know, TCG was that opportunity to do that, man. Some people, I mean, it's important because we're really fun to hang out with. And, of course, if you want to hang out with us, buy your ticket. You like that? You like that shameless...
That was good.
Shameless...
Do you want to find the link and put it in chat, Heurix? Because I'm sure that's
I'll put it in chat.
Well.
I'll put it in chat. I wasn't even trying to go there, but it fell into that.
I think you should.
We'll just roll with it at this point.
Guys, if you're anywhere near California or Burbank or the West Coast and you want to, you know, you'll meet, I mean, we'll all potentially be there. Rom is really the only one who we're still deciding whether or not we'll be there. Sorry to say that, but it's the truth. And, yeah, you'll get to see us. A ton of players as well. And Fanta's just going to be there again. It's just like, I'm going. It's getting to be a little bit of a meet-up. We know when I'm going to see Seth. It's all good. But
and
yeah,
I'll see you again in like 4 or 5 months. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. exactly, dude. And you know, I think Orange Logo were missed to a degree. It's definitely, you know, their characters and stuff that come out from you guys, and obviously TCG and Helseth. So it's quite a combination of characters that could come out in those finals, which just makes me so excited. Obviously rank 55 a little more calm and collected, maybe underneath or on the face of things. We'll have to wait and see.
Maybe. Well, we ain't gonna be calm on the stage, I'll tell you that much. If we go,
man, if I don't see the
and
same...
Wake has no chance this time. No chance of hyping anything. I love hype that fucker so hard. I long for it. I fucking long for it.
I know you do. I know you do. Me and Caloris actually were talking about this, I think, recently as well. And we remembered the fact that we could hear both of your teams, especially you, because there was a wall separating us, right, at WTS in Boston. There was a wall separating us. Like, we were quite far away from the stage, and we could still hear them, even with headphones on. It was ridiculous. So that's why you want to come to the finals in California, that's for sure, because it's going to be an awesome atmosphere. As I reminisce about old school lands, and still going through through the questions in chat as well. Okay, that's...
Yeah, the link's in the chat now too, so go ahead and pick it up, man. Get your tickets.
Sweet ass. Okay, so... Ooh, so... Seth, you said earlier, you know, there's a potential for there to be, you know, all classes used apart from Dragon Hunter, right?
Yeah.
Would you rate anything at the top saying that you need to have this? That's difficult, right? Because it was very dependent.
If anything, I guess it's Tempest?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think everything else can actually be changed.
Honestly, I think you can run without the Tempest.
And yeah, you can still run without
it.
Yeah,
and it still will work.
But if it's anything, I guess it's Tempest.
If it's anything, maybe.
Have we ever been able to say this, though?
You mean in previous metas?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. I mean,
but have we ever been able to say that you must have
Pro League,
yes.
Since Pro League, yes,
but
yeah, before it's been open before, for sure.
More open, yeah.
I don't know, but there was always like a combination of something. There was always like a Mesmer Thief. There was always, I'm talking ages ago, there was always like Celestial Dagger, or there was, you know, different things, you know, and NG. I'm talking about a class which you have to have on your team to make sure that you were the strongest. And I'm not sure that that's ever happened, other than
Yeah,
launch.
it did happen. It
Oh,
did
did it?
happen.
Yeah,
We had
Apex
DDL
meta,
these
dude.
days. You had to have a
Apex meta.
DDL.
Yeah, no, but I'm
T-Will
saying
won.
that you.
T-Will won.
I'm saying that you didn't have to have something in
Yeah,
terms
T-Will
of.
won.
T-Will
won,
won?
dude.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
For NA.
Everyone was running different stuff, and Apex won T-Will won with stuff that nobody else was running.
But wasn't
I
there?
mean, granted, they went up against a team that mirror comped them in the
Yeah,
finals, but,
yeah,
but still,
that's-
I mean, holistically, it makes sense.
Maybe I'm talking about more top end, like the top, and maybe Pro League and WCS and stuff like that. Then maybe more relevant to that. But do you know what I mean? It's like it's not as clear, is it, at all? Whereas normally it would actually be.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, even if there were 8 or 7 or 9 classes used in a certain meta, there was always something that was like guaranteed to be in a lineup. But right now, you could definitely argue that there isn't anything that's absolutely required. You just have to have the right combination of damage and tankiness and rezzing and all that defense.
Okay. Good. That's exactly what I meant. Good stuff.
Yeah.
It's a big cup of water. Yeah, it's a really interesting time. It's really, really cool. It's like...
Yeah, I like it. I actually like
Yeah.
this meta, or it feels like it's nice because now we have so much shit to try.
But how
especially
annoying
in
is
scrims,
this?
like, yeah.
But now
So we
you've got so much to do though, haven't you?
Yeah, we have a lot to do before, if we were to qualify to California. A lot of work to do.
And it's not really that long.
Oh, it's a month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Practically a month, yeah.
pretty much a month.
Month away.
We're going to have a lot of work to do as well. Trying to work out what you're running. That's
Yeah.
always a fun one, right there.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. We haven't really got actually that much longer of the show. We've only got 10 or 15 minutes. But I've actually asked a lot of the questions, and they've actually we've kind of gone through them. I'm not sure if there's any more chat questions in chat and what you want to talk about there. But in terms of even thinking about maybe other teams in the Pro League, are you surprised at the placings maybe in the EU region or the NA region, or specific to your region that you play in? Is there any surprises in terms of teams and where they've placed so far? Are you surprised that maybe Final Form have actually, gone down further in the league table compared to maybe how they performed against you guys, or I don't know.
Well, yeah, Final Form surprised us at the beginning of the season, and then I think Easy Peasy has been the surprise throughout the season, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. that's pretty much it, I guess.
That's it. Yeah,
There has been some really interesting specific matchups, but in general, I guess that's it.
What about you, Rom? Are you surprised by anything that's happened on EU, or is it gone fairly to how you might have thought? I mean, it's a bit different for you because you changed teams.
Yeah.
So it's like
a lot of unexpected things, to be fair. But
I mean, that was
I don't know,
very unexpected.
I
in
don't know.
itself.
If we were, I feel like the people that goes would somehow deserve it at least.
Yeah,
I think so. I think so.
I think Purple Noise were actually pulled out some great games during the
Yeah,
season.
they have definitely improved. It's a bit like that team on NA, PC Lemon Squeezy, right? They also stepped up a bit, right?
Yeah, surprising. It's
Yeah.
something kind of saying.
So yeah, Purple Noise really stepped up, put some time into it, and they were a new team in season 1, and they came in here and they went hardcore, and yeah, I appreciate their effort.
Said in a very polite way there. Wow. No crazy swearing or anything. Heurix, you're being very quiet tonight. Where are you? Are you
I'm just
still
reading the
here?
chat, man.
Where are you
There's a question that came up actually that I think we answer every week.
Right.
But just to touch on it,
I am
because
bald, yes.
we are talking about how basically there's a lot of different options, but there is literally just one option that you can't really kind of get behind, which is the Dragon Hunter, or Guardian rather.
Yeah.
And again, this is a question that I think we answer every week, but the reason why it can't be used right now isn't necessarily that the Guardian itself is bad, other than the fact that it's literally countered by basically everything. So, I mean, if you have Ingies and Ellies, which are certainly in the meta right now, there's a lot of projectile hate coming from those guys in particular. And then as a bunker, if you don't use the projectiles, it's very, very slow. So there's a lot of problems with that as well. So, I mean, projectiles and slow are certainly two of the main, or projectiles and then slow if you're a bunker rather, are two of the main things I would bring up. If you guys want to add anything to that, maybe we can finally nip this question in the butt for right now until maybe some changes come out and we'll see Dragon Hunter into the meta as well.
I would say that Dragon Hunter was actually stronger before the patch, because the one thing it was good at fighting was Mesmer, and Mesmer was like a guaranteed pick in every comp last patch. But now you can go without Mesmer, so it's like Easy Peasy was using Dragon Hunter pretty effectively against us sometimes in some scrims, or I think they may have even used it in Pro League against us. And basically, Moobs would just run at me all day. It was really annoying to deal with, but the good thing is Mesmer has Portal and can just get away from the Guardian, and Guardian's not super mobile. So at least you could do that, but it was still like pretty effective. But now, if a comp doesn't have a Mesmer, I don't know where a Dragon Hunter would go to be effective.
Yeah.
Because they would create their ring, right? And if you're a Mesmer and you make illusions and you shatter, they all just run into the ring and your shatters die. They don't do anything. So if you're in like a 2v2 or a 3v3, or, I know 1v1's a little different, but if you're in any kind of group fight and you're a Mesmer against a Dragon Hunter, you just do nothing. Like, you have to run somewhere else.
That's an interesting point. Yeah, so then, like, so you're literally saying the patch made it even worse for them, because now Mesmer's just not usable.
So they need to somehow make them more effective against, like, everything, I guess, you know?
Yeah, it's that mobility as well, isn't it? You know,
I think they could do with some, like, higher consistent damage. Like, if you look at Necro, it's really immobile, and to deal with that, they make them a bit tanky and do just a ton of pressure anywhere they are, right?
Yep.
Guardian doesn't feel like that. Guardian's immobile, and it survives pretty well, kind of like Necromancer, but it doesn't, like, blow things up around it like Necromancer does. I guess it was meant to be more about burst, but the burst was too strong, so they nerfed that aspect of it. Probably for like World v. World purposes, I guess. So the burst just doesn't work in PvP right now. So maybe if they could make like its consistent damage with like longbow higher or something, you know. So it's like constantly pressuring things around it.
But even
like
still, I mean, you still have the problems of having stuff like magnetic aura, magnetic wave, swirling winds, defense field.
That's true.
Electro whirl. I could go on for days, I feel like, and the fact that all of their attacks are also projectiles, true shot, you know, sword auto, great sword 2, sword 3, zealot's defense. I mean, even the focus 4. I mean, there's so many things that you kind of rely on, and it's just the only one you're ever going to get through is deflecting shot, which granted they did buff by 17%, so
make the longbow shoot beams.
yeah New solar beam, dude, hype.
So Heurix's speech about the Dragon Hunter will be available online, because I think I've heard this many times now, because the same question comes up, like you say, every week. And maybe there is this feeling, you know, that people want to see that last class brought in as well. But I feel like we've got fairly far with how things are doing right now. I don't want things to change elsewhere, because I feel like, you know, maybe 2 or 3 classes might not be viable. But I really think, like, right now, which is what these guys are saying as well, is that it's actually pretty good time in terms of balance, which is pretty good. What Brom, you're thinking about something.
Wouldn't Bunker DH be superior to Ellie in a raw power fight?
Yeah, absolutely.
When it comes to, like, if a Revan Thief 2v1s an Ellie, he can actually, you know, he goes down quickly. But a Bunker God could actually handle that situation.
If it was power.
The problem, though, is that you still have to deal with Condi Necro and Condi Warrior. So
But on the contrary, the mace on Warrior is kind of negated by Aegis and a lot of blocks.
Well, Mace Shield, I would say, which is at least in NA what the Warriors are running, because then you also negate the Shield 4 as well.
Yeah, so basically it would actually be decent versus the Warriors Condi. I guess Necro would be different. But honestly, I think with mobility, it would actually be viable. But it doesn't have mobility, so...
Yeah.
Unless you want to blow the F2.
Yeah.
Which is like
That's
your
not that
biggest
much.
heal.
Yeah, it's still not enough, is it? It's just
Yeah,
it's
not
like
at
the
all.
cooldown
No,
is
no inherent
ridiculous.
swiftness in the talents, and no inherent swiftness in the build either.
Yeah.
Unless you like find some way to run retreat, which I mean, whew, good luck on that one, man.
Yeah, and do you want to just use it for swiftness? I mean, we see Tage playing Guardian every week, and he's using some kind of swiftness rune set or something to gain speed. I think we even saw him using like the speed sigil once, which is a good idea. But you know, it always takes something away. Like you say, it's that raw running speed, which I think you mentioned, Heurix, the other week. I think is the only class where you can run something possibly viable in PvP where it doesn't have like basic movement speed increase.
Yeah.
That's an amazing... I thought you were pulling out a wig. Oh my god. I thought that was the wig. I was like, Jesus Christ, he's pulling a Heurix on me.
Her name's Grace.
Wow.
Oh, I still have that bald cap, man. I can get that, but you won't be able
Well,
to see it. I can wear it, and you can just
post
feel
a
my
picture in the
presence,
chat,
my
man.
bald presence, dude.
It's true. And the Helsef
But hey,
shaved-
Helsef joined.
Helsef,
Yeah.
He did. He joined the family, man. He joined the bros. Just waiting for everyone else to get on the list, man. It's just the superior hairstyle. Whether or not it was a mistaken haircut or it was choice, we'll have to wait and see. But you have an amazing dog. Are you going to bring them to finals?
No.
They should come to the finals. It's your mascot. Surely. Everyone needs a mascot. There is still this obsession with my bald head, guys. When you get
stood
older...
like that through a whole game of Guild Wars 2 one time. It's on.
Really?
I have it highlighted on my stream, yeah.
Amazing. And you guys are fairly... Rum, you're not really streaming as much as you used to, right?
No, it's because of my computer thing. So once I upgrade, then I can again.
Okay.
So I'm not hiding, it's just because of technology issue.
Okay. Both of these guys do stream, so make sure you go and check them out. You can chuck it in the chat as well if you want people to go follow. They'll be up, and I'm sure after or near finals they'll start to promote themselves as well and talk about the different things that go on in their lives, like Grace the dog, and how she watches Phantaram play Guild Wars 2 PvP competitively. But yeah, we are pretty close to the end of the show, so again guys, if you want to ask any questions then go for it. Go with more of a kind of chilled out layout for this towards the finals as well, because I realise that people aren't able to really talk too much about what's going on in their team and their composition and whatnot as well. I'm just going to have a look through my questions and see if there's anything else really that we haven't really gone over. You guys have been really good at answering questions. You've completely destroyed my questions. Thanks.
I just went for a shameless plug on the ticket sales again. Come out.
Absolutely
I just want to hang out with everybody, man. That's
I
all
know,
I
that's
do.
what
I just want to
that's
see
what we're
everybody.
doing right here. This is
You
what
know?
we're doing.
We're gonna have a good time.
Let's go. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go through the previews for each week, and it wouldn't be bad if we all kind of chimed in different times. So we've got Orange Logo versus Super Smash on EU as the first series. Now, obviously, talking about it earlier, the fact that one of these teams is going to go up a position in the league if they get the win here, and we know how much Tage obviously wants to win this, and how much which Rom's just starting to do his hair, dude. Really amazing stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty certain that Orange Logo are going to be able to take a win against Super Smash on Monday. How you feel? What do you reckon, Rom?
Super Smash versus Orange Logo?
Yeah.
I would give it in Orange Logo's favor. I think Syndra will hunt them quite well.
That's a pretty definitive answer. We'll go with that.
But we'll see, Anything kind of can happen, but Super Smash has zero motivation, I think. They were happy just to get into the league.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that Orange Logo is gonna take it.
There's more of a want there, isn't there, from those?
Yeah,
guys?
I mean actually both of those teams are my brother.
I know, right? That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
thinking. So again, it's difficult for you to kind of take sides, but I appreciate what you're saying.
Rational favorize. I do rational favorizing.
Of
So
course.
Orange Logo will win.
Cool. Okay. TCG versus more guns than roses. I mean, I'm not sure how much you want to say, but you would say on paper that game would be easy 2-0 to TCG. But we know that obviously a lot rides on this series for you guys, of course, like going to finals and whatnot for sure. So how do you feel about these guys? Because they can be unpredictable at times. Or are you fairly confident?
I'm confident.
Quietly confident.
I'm confident. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we don't really know. The issue is only what type of composition people usually runs.
Yes.
And once you figure that out, then you just make strategies around that. And as soon as we got that idea, I believe we have maybe changes, but I think I'm confident.
I mean, it's worth me mentioning as well the rotation on Monday, which is going to be Battle of Kylo, Temple, and Forest. Yeah, just for everyone as well, in the audience at home. Okay, so that's fair enough. Rank 55 versus Vermilion. It's a difficult one because I'm not sure how Vermilion are going to come out the gates on this one. Does that make sense? So whether or not they kind of turn up fully on the day and are there to take it to rank 55. Obviously, they don't have Frostball. They're not able to do that. If they are playing to win, I think there is every chance in the world that they could beat these guys. But I don't think it would be on this day.
Maybe, yeah. Like, I mean, obviously, I think 55 is the favor. But you never know in this game, you know? You never know.
You don't. And
BM are
Temple,
good players, and maybe they just, pull out something very random that they don't even themselves believe in. But 55 hasn't even played against it, and maybe they manage to take a game or two. I don't know. I doubt it, but maybe.
Okay. And then Purple Noise versus Car Crash is obviously decided, so we can easily predict a 2-0 win for Purple Noise, because that's what has happened. So, NA preview. If you boys want to go through this, I'm going to chime out. So, Heurix, Gems and Tonic versus E-Dream first.
Whew, that's a match. Gems and Tonic versus E-Dream, two teams. I mean, you're talking about 7th and 8th place. Other than Spooky, I mean, these teams are all kind of, I would say, sort of in the same ballpark, neck and neck sort of thing. So that could be a pretty interesting match in terms of the competitive quality of the match. But in terms of what it means for the end of the season, I would say, I mean, basically nothing. Nothing really will change in that regard. I don't know if you feel any different about that, Fanta.
Gems and Tonic and E-Dream?
Yeah.
I'm not for sure.
Yeah, I kind of feel I have this idea that Gems and Tonic is probably going to be taking that. They've been more consistent over the course of the season. The E-Dream dropping a map because of forfeit, and then a series because of forfeit. It seems like Gems and Tonic, with their win over Spooky, I feel like they're going to be winning that one out. But in terms of what it means, I mean, basically nothing. Easy Peasy versus Never Lucky, I think, is going to probably be the second most interesting game. Because, I mean, Easy Peasy might actually beat Never Lucky. Easy Peasy been playing well. They've been putting in a lot of time, putting in a lot of practice, and Never Lucky has been struggling recently. Even though the outlook on the season looked pretty good starting in week 1, when they managed to take a map from you guys. But what do you think, Easy Peasy versus Never Lucky? What are you looking for here?
Well, I actually think Never Lucky could have been way stronger last week against PZ. If they didn't run a Thief, I suppose. Like, the fact that they did as well as they did on Forest with the Thief, with the way they ran their comp with the Thief didn't make any sense to me. Thief kind of needs an outer node to just go to like decap, you know? It's actually not that good at +1ing, because if it +1 something and something follows the Thief, then you get in a 2v2 with the Thief, which is really bad. Usually what happens is the Thief leaves, and then whoever was there with the Thief gets 2v1'd and they die. So, and Never Lucky had like Warrior and Mesmer on the outer nodes the whole time, so the Thief had to +1 things, which just made it awkward. So maybe if they can change up their comp or utilize Thief the correct way, they'll do a lot better. But I didn't actually watch the Easy Peasy vs Final Form matches last week. I really should have, because apparently they're really good. But yeah, Easy Peasy's been stepping up too, so it should be a really good match.
All right, I think that we'll probably see like a 2-1 in my opinion. It's hard to say which side, given how crazy Easy Peasy has come up. We just don't know how far, and Never Lucky has been, I mean, all over the place. Sometimes they're playing out of their minds, sometimes they're doing the opposite. So, so it's hard to say. I think we'll see a 2-1. I think it'll go back and forth. It'll be some good matches for sure, but it's hard to say, at least in my mind, which way it will go to. But moving on to Final Form versus Spooky, probably I would say, like, I guess the least significant match in terms of what it means on the season. Final Form probably is going to dominate that matchup, at least in my opinion. They've been even consistent as well, other than that Easy Peasy loss. So they've been performing well. They've been doing a lot as well, whereas Spooky has struggled. Do you expect the same? I guess Final Form probably taking that against Spooky.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, you know, match 4, actually, I said that Easy Peasy Never Lucky was going to be the second most interesting. The most interesting, at least in my mind, probably everybody's mind, is going to be that Astral Authority versus Team PZ, the two top teams right now that haven't dropped a series. I actually think Astral Authority has 2 map wins and PZ has 1 2 map losses and PZ has 1 map loss. So right now you guys are actually, I believe PZ is technically ahead right now in terms of that, because they have that 1 less map loss. So this will settle the score, man. I mean, is it hashtag our authority or is it hashtag our PZ or whatever? They need a hashtag, man. Come on. So what are you thinking, man? I need to know.
Let's go back to the cams for this so we can see Seth's face.
I need to know what you're thinking, man. Are you guys going to decimate PZ? I know. Okay, no one's in the chat, man. No one's in the chat. You're just chatting to me, you're chatting to Jebro, and you're chatting to Rom. What's going to happen, man? Be honest. Be honest.
I think if we don't screw up our openers, we'll win, but that's our problem, I guess. And PZ is good at... like, we'll come up with an opener, we're like, oh, this works, and then like the next match, Easy does something, and we're like, well, rip that, you know, like, it's not as good as we thought. So like, it's really about reacting correctly to what they do to us, I suppose. It'll be close, but we just started playing our new comp, which is just all of us on our mains, like yesterday. So we still have some time to like settle things, I guess. Now to get better at our openers.
Now I'm curious, actually, what Muffin's going to be running. I know I don't want to put you in a position where you're going to be like having to decide if you want to out that, so I'm not going to ask you that. But
I'm not going to out their stuff, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, they play against us, so I don't know why they would care, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, that's up to them. If PZ's in chat, if you want to out what Muffins is going to be playing, by all means go for it. But I'm not going to be putting anyone in that position. Certainly, since Toker is going to be running Thief, of course, you know, having that opening pick is going to mean a lot for you guys. You talked about the openers. I feel like that's a big deal. But anything else that you guys are kind of looking out for in terms of the PZ matchup at all? And, you know, maybe something that would put you ahead, maybe something that they would be able to do. Just give us some insight, man. Just let us know, you know?
You know what the map rotation is for Monday? I actually don't know.
It's
going to be the
Kylo
same
Temple
as
Forest.
Yeah.
Kylo Temple Forest?
Yeah.
Temple's
I think
unpredictable.
that's good for us. Because I think Kylo and Temple are the best Thief maps. So that's good. Especially Temple. It really feels like when the buffs come up, Thief is really good. It just has so many places to go. Like, the more things there are to contest, the better Thief gets, it feels like.
So I'd agree with you.
I wouldn't say Forest is necessarily bad too. So I mean,
Yeah,
that's
Forest is good, too.
definitely.
Legacy is by far the
Oh, yeah.
worst map for Thief. So I guess we avoid that. That's good.
That came up
Hands
last
down,
week as
man.
well. That came up last week.
We actually, yeah.
Syndroneer and Levin just, hating on Fofire a little bit on that time. I think Levin was more angry about the fact that they couldn't get a free cap on Fofire with a Thief, but yeah, other than that, it wasn't
Flashbacks to the Final Form versus Astral matchup, actually, of the two supports just sitting on mid and Toker having basically nowhere to go. But
Okay.
yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say Astral Authority is gonna take that 2-1, and I think that it's gonna be a riveting match, Jebro. A riveting.
Riveting. Are you saying that as if that's a typical normal phrase that we say in England? Or are you saying it because it sounds posh and I'm English? Because I'm about as posh as... I won't say that word. Because I'm not. But everyone knows that in chats. And that has been on point for this week. We've gone over. But thank you very much, guys, for joining us. I appreciate it. Rom of TCG and also Phantaram of course, Astral Authority. Good luck on Monday, boys.
Thank you.
Good luck indeed, because it's, big decision time. It's a big thing for TCG, obviously, but I think it could be a very big thing for Astral Authority as well. It could be something
it's
potential. We'll see.
4-2, right?
Yeah,
So yeah.
it's pretty
kinda
big
big.
stuff.
And because we don't have the losers bracket in this, which is kind of funny system, without losers bracket.
Yeah, that's
So
another
basically,
thing.
they go out. If we are seed 2, 55 seed 1, we face Absurd first game if they're seed 1. So maybe they wanna lose to PZ, because we're gonna defeat Absurd anyway.
Oh,
So,
yeah, there we go. There we
in
go.
that
Hey.
perspective.
Well, I will say that. No, well, do I want to say it? TCG turning up at a finals? I mean, historically? I mean, hello?
Heurix is going to be impartial, but he wants to incite drama. Let's do it.
Yeah, but this is
get
not
excited,
just
boys.
TCG. This is a it's a co-op between different minds.
It's
It's
a
not
co-op.
just the Kelset curse anymore.
Yeah.
It has secrets within it now. It's gonna be
Alright,
a good.
Guide
Alright.
him, Rom.
Denshi's got the sunglasses ready again and everything. We're good to go.
See, you've got the bald head on your team now to kiss before the games.
It may be the answer.
Ooh.
It may be
The hairless
the answer.
Kelset may be the answer to the curse.
I was
I
not
got the
your
camera.
answer in Cologne.
I don't know for sure, but it may just be the answer.
And Seth is saying that he has the counter of much hair. Amazing. And Magic Toker is like getting a fair bit on top there, just not on the sides. I'm just saying out of jealousy, I'm sorry. But we're going to go as we start to talk about hairstyles and sunglasses, and hopefully Denshi won't wear sunglasses at these finals.
Yes. No more sunglasses. And we're gonna eat food before the goddamn event as well. Never hungry again. Like it's okay game 1, 2, 3, but then come 4th and 5th game, you start getting tired.
And you need that energy, man, because like you say, I think that's a very good point. There is the very good combination of passion and also tactical awareness on that team, which is going to be could be a good combination, as well as the bald head thing.
In Cologne, they fed us halfway through. It was really nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
That was some good food.
You need to bring some of that space food, man, like where it just comes in a bag and you pour water in it and shake it up and it gets all hot and then it's just ready to go. So you don't even have to think about it,
That's more effort than someone bringing it to you, though.
Just come on, man. This is professional gaming. This is professional gaming, Rom. I mean, this is you gotta show up and you gotta be prepared, man. You gotta bring the Gatorades out and you gotta, get the Red Bull out and you gotta get that space food. It's the next step. That'll get
space
you guys.
food, mate.
Space
I got
food.
my snooze. It's all good.
There we go. We are going to go now, guys, because there is a host after this. Thank you for joining us once again, and Heurix is here. He just hasn't got a camera. See you soon. It's goodbye from Rom, Seth, myself, and Heurix, and also Grace. We'll see you soon. Take it easy.
Have a good one.
My tickets!